Live from Madison, this is Fox 47 News at 9, Madison's choice for local news.
They don't call their inmates, they call them persons within our care. The investigation that we have done has revealed that that phrase does not accurately depict what persons in our care should mean.
Strong words today from Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt announcing the warden of the Waupun Correctional Institution and 8 others have been charged in connection to the deaths of 2 inmates. The charge comes after the sheriff's office began investigating those deaths at the prison run by Warden Randall Hepp. He was booked into the Dodge County Jail this morning on a felony charge of misconduct in office for failing to perform a known duty. 8 others, either former DOC employees or on unpaid administrative leave, had also been charged. Since June of last year, 4 inmates at the Waupun Correctional Facility have died. They are Dean Hoffman, Cameron Williams, Donald Meyer, and Tyshawn Lemons. But Sheriff Schmidt says the charges only stem from 2 of the inmates' deaths so far. One of those inmates died from a stroke after corrections officers ignored repeated medical incidents leading up to his death and didn't even realize he was dead in his cell for more than 12 hours. The other's death was ruled a homicide due to malnutrition and dehydration. The sheriff's office says he was left without food and water for days at a time. But as our Braden Ross found out, these stories aren't as uncommon as we'd like to think.
The man in charge of caring for inmates here at Waupun Correctional Facility now facing the possibility of becoming one himself. As accountability activists say, has been a long time coming.
As the sheriff, I am angered at how these men were treated and how they died.
9 and now former Waupun Corrections employees booked into the Dodge County Jail Wednesday morning.
There must be accountability for the actions and inactions of state employees.
The Dodge County Sheriff laying out the actions and lack thereof that he says led to the deaths of 2 inmates at the prison.
He was dead in his cell for over 12 hours until they located him the next morning.
But what Dennis Franklin heard didn't surprise him.
I just want the community, I want the world to know that this has been a common practice in the Department of Corrections here in the state of Wisconsin, where healthcare has always been an issue.
He now serves as the interim associate director for Expo, or Ex-Incarcerated People Organizing of Wisconsin. He says he's heard horror stories from current and former Waupun inmates, particularly about the medical care there.
It's used more as a weapon than a service. Individuals are being told to just go back to your unit, or you're just riding up here just as an excuse to get out of your cell. And
it's not just that. He's seen the issues in our prisons firsthand.
It definitely brings me back to a time where I was serving time in Racine Correctional Institution.
That's why when I asked him how it felt to hear this news, all he had to say was this.
It's a long time coming.
All 9 people that have been charged in this case, including the warden himself, have been let out on a signature bond. For now, reporting in Waupun, Braden Ross, Fox 47 News.
This news has generated strong reaction from lawmakers asking the question, where do we go from here? Governor Evers last year asked federal investigators to look into the Waupun prison. After the arrest today, he asked the agency to continue its investigation. Evers said in a statement, people under DOC care safe, adding that the criminal justice system must hold every wrongdoer to account. Across the aisle, Racine Senator Van Wangard told us that he appreciates Dodge Sheriff Dale Schmidt's action to hold Waupun's warden and personnel accountable. We spoke to the co-chair of the state's budget writing committee about what oversight the legislature may be considering.
But I think we'll try to model something similar to what the sheriff mentioned in his press conference as well about county jails have a department within DOC that inspects them regularly.
He says this may look a little different. It may need oversight outside the DOC umbrella.